Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some more Crimson Desert. It's been a while. We've been kind of preoccupied with Pragmata, but I've beat that game now. So, back with the Greymanes. We'll see this thing through. And you may have heard that the game has had pretty much its first major update, which is update 1.04. And that brings a whole host of changes that I'm going to go through. But first, I'm going to show you the in-game settings that I'm using. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 using Nvidia DLSS 4.0. For those who are wondering why I'm not using 4.5, 4.5 is not compatible with DLSS ray reconstruction. It may allow you to enable it in the game, but behind the scenes it will just disable ray reconstruction, so bear that in mind. I'm also using DLSS quality, so upscaling from 2560 by 1440 up to 4K. I'm not using any DLSS frame generation in this video. I'm just going to be using DLSS upscaling and only upscaling. In terms of the graphic settings, I'm using cinematic, pretty much maximum settings where possible. Now the displacement scale, I've put it to maximum. That's important because that is something they've improved on for the draw distance and popping, or like the LOD at least. Ray tracing is on, lighting quality is at maximum. And everything is completely maxed out. Now, under the accessibility tab, whether you enable it or not, it is worth showing that they have added chromatic aberration. Some people like this. I'm not one of them, so I will be having this disabled. So that is pretty much it for the in-game settings. So I'm mainly focusing on the Greymane camp. I'm trying to get everything up as maximum as I can as early as possible. So the camp's expanding now. We've got a few shops here, goods and services. We've got a lot more Greymanes in the camp, so we can do a lot of odd jobs around the town, make money. So there's a few more opened up now because I've essentially made the camp bigger. We can actually accommodate more Greymanes, so I'm going to try and find some more.
I've a favour I'd like to ask. Could you visit the cabin we were at on the day of the ambush? I've got a feeling any Greymanes still living might seek it out. Who knows? There could be some there right now, just waiting for us. Even if they're not, our fallen comrades would appreciate the visit. Everyone goes about their lives, doing their best to forget that day. No one so much as thinks of going there, let alone speaks of it.
Okay. Let's go and check it out. So this game has got a ridiculous amount of mechanics to it. You know, the farming system. You can literally watch your crops grow and blossom, and then you can harvest them, and then you can rinse and repeat. So it's more than just a hack and slash running around. There's so many systems to enjoy on this game, which is why for me this is something a little different. They've got a different kind of spin on things. Let me just call my horse. I actually took the time to go and get one of the legendary horses in the game, but you still have to level that horse up, so it takes a while before you get all the advantages. So as you can see, even with the RTX 5090, don't expect much over 60 FPS when you're using maximum quality settings. Even with DLSS it's still not going to give you a massive performance uplift, because using maximum lighting quality is damn near basically path tracing. So if you're wondering why performance isn't as much as you'd expect, that's the reason. Right, let's get across this. Update 1.04 certainly is a major update, and you can definitely go through the release notes yourself and you will understand why. But because I mainly focus on graphics and performance over here on this channel, I'm going to start off with the graphics and settings. That's really what we care about. So in terms of the game, it's always had very good draw distance, but there was a lot of pop-in, and that really did break the immersion for a lot of people, and I've seen many complaints about that. But they have now improved the rendering quality of distant objects and textures, and the higher the graphics settings, for more enhanced the details of visual clarity will be. They also fixed an additional issue where background objects that should only be visible in certain conditions were always visible from a distance, so they fixed that. Maybe that will result in less pop-in. They've also improved the visual quality of the characters at long distances, and they've improved hair lighting in shaded areas. They've also gone on to improve errors and flickering related to displacement mapping, added a max size for subtitle font sizing settings. That will help some people, I guess. Improved to maintain the camera distance to the character when adjusting the visual range. I guess the camera wasn't stable or fixed. Maybe that's a possibility now. So this one wants me to hit enemies 30 times with a spear within a certain amount of time. So hit 30 enemies 30 times with a spear within 30 seconds. They've also added photosensitive mode in accessibility. This obviously helps people that are, sensitive to blacking lights and things like that. So PC specific improvements. They've improved the quality of AMD's FSR ray regeneration, something I'll have to test again. And they've also improved the quality of Intel's XeSS 3.0 upscaling and Intel's XeSS frame generation. And that's really what I'm just going to cover for the settings. So they have done some Mac specific stuff, but I don't really deal with Mac over here. Now, stability and gameplay. They fixed an issue caused where the game would crash if HDR was enabled on a monitor that does not support HDR, which is a strange thing to crash a game for, but I guess they fixed that. They've been pretty vague, but they've said they fixed several stability and crash issues across PC, console and Mac, so we'll have to just go with just a generalization that the game is better to play. I've played over 70 hours, I believe, at this point, and I've never had one crash. So for me, the stability of the game has never been in question, but I guess it does depend on your platform. You guys are too weak for me now. I used to find it so annoying having to pick up the loot after defeating a large group of enemies, but when you've got your pet or your dog, will go around collecting all the stuff for you. It just makes it a lot less tedious. Now, there's so many other stuff that they fixed and changed. I mean, let's have a look about the UI, because the UI was very clunky to begin with. And they've made a few changes on that. So they've improved the inventory so the items can be viewed across category tabs. So that's a lot more convenient. There are 5 category tabs now. So there's all, documents, equipment, food, material, and others. So you can sort everything into each category. So that will save you, I guess it will just look a lot more clean, a lot more organized. So they've improved the inventory of the UI so that the group icons will show an icon with a representative image of that group. That's pretty useful. They've also added a search function to the map. That will definitely help a lot of people. They've improved the minimap to display north, south, east and west, which will definitely help. When you're trying to maintain a certain direction, you have to keep opening the map every now and then. They've improved the faction quests and challenges UI to show the number of quests and challenges available, which is good because I've had to open every single one every now and then just to see if there's one available for me to do. That's definitely an improvement. And they've improved the journal so that reward item information can be viewed as well. So it makes you see if it's even worth doing this quest or side quest. So yeah, there's so much to go through. I can't go through them all, guys, but there's just so much that has changed. They've adjusted some combat settings. One of the main ones I think people will be so happy about is the adjustment to the boss situation, where some bosses would become basically invulnerable or immune to player attacks while performing powerful attacks. That has now been resolved. So that time when you'd have to run away when it was doing a powerful attack and it wasn't taking damage, you can now try and take advantage of that. I'm trying to think what other one is worth mentioning. And one other big thing, a lot of people mentioned that game is a little bit too easy, but there was no difficulty setting. They've now added difficulty settings to the game, so you can adjust that to suit your own needs. There is a hard setting now. There's an easy setting, of course there's a normal setting. This is pretty much where it all started. Okay, see if there's any Greymanes about.
I can work every bit as well as the younger folk. Age
What
hasn't
brings you
dulled
out
my
this way?
strength one bit.
I'm headed to the cabin where we gathered that night. I've been avoiding it, making up excuses, saying I'm too busy. But the dead still deserve my prayers and attention. You should come with me.
I know why I'm here. That kind of works out. Call my horse. Either way.
I'm glad we ran into each other. Truth be told, my resolve was wavering. Did you come for the same reason?
It was Marius who pushed me to come and pay my respects to our fallen comrades.
Good. We can't bring them home, but we can at least say our farewells. I took Jan's flask to pour a drink for him.
He let you take it.
Actually, I thought he'd make a fuss, but when I said it was for our fallen comrades, he gave it over without a word. I'm sure they miss us too.
Hopefully we run into some black bears when we go up there. For me, the popping has improved for sure. I wouldn't say it's completely gone, but it's definitely an improvement. Does the game seem a little bit softer to you guys? For me, it looks a little bit softer than it was before. Not too sure what they've done, but I'm not entirely happy about it. Let me know if you feel that the game looks a little bit softer than it did.
We must decide our future course of action.
Offering a prayer for the fallen.
Clever.
Tomorrow.
Neither. I don't believe it.
Olivier!
You survived.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
How have you been?
Brennan, you haven't changed, have you?
Or perhaps you'd like to pay your respects first.
Is this your handiwork?
It is. We're only here because of them. Seems many of us have the same idea. 7 souls have made this pilgrimage.
7? I only count 5.
2 have gone out hunting.
You should have driven it left. We almost lost it.
I could have if you didn't have such poor aim. Keep practicing.
Oi! We're back!
Just in time.
Oh,
Cliff! You're back as well!
you rogue! It's really you!
You're both as rowdy as ever.
Naira!
Look at you!
Seriously.
How long's it been?
Settle down.
I should have been the one to do this. Thank you.
No need for all of that. Eh?
I'm gathering the remaining Greymanes, and I need your strength.
And who's going to watch over them?
Our comrades wouldn't want you bound to this place.
Aye. You're right. They wouldn't. Time to go home then.
Okay, job done. Got some more Greymanes in the camp. And what's great about the camp is the more like comrades you have, the more you can kind of get them to do jobs and stuff. So it's like a whole community just doing work around whatever neighboring city you want to send them to. So you can make money for the camp, you can get resources for the camp, and build a reputation. So it's there's a lot going on in the game when it comes to the mechanics of that system. But I think I'll leave it there, guys. Just wanted to come with a quick update video, kind of expressing some of the changes. And they've done a lot of work. There's work still continuing. They've made 2 hot fixes to the 1.04 patch already. So there was some fixes that needed to be done there. So they're so quick, Relibis, with the updates and fixes, that you have to say that if you haven't started the game now, you probably be in a very, very good space to start now. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.